Okay, if Dad has the TV up too loud when you go to visit, you'll want to know about today's Tech Check. We're pointing to a whole new category of technology that may be important to your extended family or your loved ones. Family tech expert and columnist for the Deseret News, Amy Iverson, is here to alert us. So what's new?
Well, the FTC just came out and allowed over-the-counter selling of hearing aids. So up until now, there have been a lot of barriers. You had to go to the doctor, get a prescription, go get a fitting from an audiologist, and people weren't going. I mean, only 1 in 4 people who could benefit from using hearing aids are using them. So I think the FTC was like, how can we help people do this and not have to jump all those hoops?
Which is kind of nice, like thinking of people's quality of life and well-being.
And in the past, you had been able to go to Costco, but there weren't regulations. So now the FTC has set some guidelines and regulations so you know that you're getting a quality product if you're just going to go buy over the counter.
I understand this topic cropped up in an unusual way for you.
Yeah, so all my aunts come on a sister trip every year. We were in Park City, and I had them all, let's take this hearing test for fun. It was online, and so we all take it. I had 0, woohoo! But I'm a lot younger than they are, and 3 of them had moderate, and 1 of them had severe hearing loss, and she knew that people had been bugging her for a while, but it was just that prompt to get her to make an appointment, and she was going to go in and do something about it. And so I think that's what we're hoping people will get from this.
Well, Ms. Zero, you say this test is a little humbling.
Yes, when I took it, I'm like, wait, am I supposed to be hearing these numbers? And there's several different ones you can take online, but I think it's just a good starting off point. Of course, I talked to an audiologist, and he said, you know, they're fair. They have decent testing. It's not going to be as robust as if you go into the soundproof booth and have the calibrated headphones and are using an audiologist. That was Dr. Winnett at AltaView Audiology who I talked to. But even he said, this is better than nothing. So
we've got a quick sample. This is a series of questions, this hearing test. And of course, here I am in the TV hot seat. We're going to play one question. Here we go. I heard nothing but static. I heard nothing but static.
Okay, well.
So I'm not 0? Oh.
You'll hear static and you'll hear numbers. And it's like 5, 6, 9. And then you have to type them in. And what happens is they get harder and harder to hear. So for you, you're already at this point. But I'm going to
blame a faulty TV earpiece for that right there.
Well, and you are supposed to be using either noise canceling headphones, and you're in a quiet area. This is not quiet here today. So you get a pass. But it is eye-opening because you're like, am I supposed to be hearing that? But it's just great because even I thought, oh, I'm failing this test, and then they said your hearing is fine right now.
Okay, all right, let's get into some solutions. And there are some solutions, options for over-the-counter hearing aids that you looked into.
Yes, so I actually have been trying these out, and what I love is there are companies getting into this like Bose and Sony, and Jabra is what I brought here today. So you can see, these are my AirPods, right? And these are the hearing aids. So they're not too dissimilar from what you might be wearing, and we're talking cost. So the options I was looking at, and there were several that are now under $1,500, which may still sound like a lot, but the average right now for hearing aids is $4,000 to $10,000. So that's a big discount.
So I wear these like around the clock?
Yeah, you can, or you can just, if maybe you're going to be watching TV and you want a little boost, or you're going out to eat with friends and you know you're going to need a little extra help. These all work. The only ones that I was like focused on are the ones that kind of look like AirPods. Also, we're in ear. I was just going to show you kind of what they look like in your ear, because these were the ones I was trying out. So you can see kind of what they look like. Let me use the right one. And they just go in your ear like an AirPod. So to me, I'm like, that doesn't look too dissimilar from you just walking around with AirPods.
And didn't I hear AirPods have a feature?
Yeah. So I brought my AirPods to let you know that you can use something called Conversation Boost on those. This is in your accessibility and settings under audio visual. And what will just happen is it helps you focus the sound on the person's voice in front of you. So this is the one you want to be using if you're going to a dinner party, if you're doing something where it's going to be a little noisy and you don't want to be saying, all night. Conversation Boost.
There are a few things you say to consider if you're buying this technology over the counter.
Yes, because if you're not going to go to an audiologist, look for what kind of help are you going to get after that initial purchase. Because if you're just on your own after that, that might be a problem. Also, what is the return policy? Can I try these out for 20 days and then if they're doing no good or if you just hate them, can you bring them back? Also check to see if your insurance will cover it and if you could use your HSA for it.
Okay.
Some you can, some you can't. And finally, like with the Jabra, they said, oh, if you need extra help or a fitting, you can go in for a free consultation to a Bell-Tone, hearing center. Well, I looked online, there aren't any in Utah. So whatever company you're going with, where do you have to go if you need one-on-one personal help after that?
Assistance. Amy, great topic. And you've written it up in more detail.
Deseret.com/Amy.
All right, we'll link you there from our website. Thank you very much. And I'll be taking the full test online with noise canceling headphones, just to be sure.